Hey everyone, it's Yasmin Woodland and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title of this video, I will be doing the Teen Mom OG Season 8 Episode 2 recap. So let's hop right into this. So it starts off with Catelynn and her and Tyler. They're pretty much fixing up the baby room. As you all know, they were on baby number 3 at that point. And Tyler pretty much talks about how he is super nervous to see his dad Butch. Now, as we all know, his dad Butch has been struggling with drug addiction since Tyler was a young kid, and now his sister recently, Amber, she is also, struggling with addiction and things of that nature. So he pretty much expresses to Kate how he is pretty much nervous about the entire meetup and how, he just really hasn't had that contact with his father Butch in a while. And he also explains to Kate that he's super excited that they actually made it through their separation, him and Kate. They were separated for about 30 days, living separately apart, and now they're back together. And Tyler pretty much explained like how he was just so happy that everything worked out. Now it pans over to Cheyenne, and it starts with Corey pretty much stating to one of his friends, one of his homeboys, that he is ready to take the next step with his girlfriend Taylor. Now, they were planning a trip to Mexico, and that Cheyenne pretty much said that she just really has to get used to co-parenting with Corey, being that they are not together, and that she still feels uncomfortable at the fact that, Corey is bringing Ryder around someone that she really doesn't know. She doesn't really know this Taylor chick, okay? So that was what was going on with Cheyenne and Corey. Now, it goes to Amber. And Amber pretty much talks about her mood swings due to her bipolar borderline personality disorder. And she also talks about meeting with her therapist actually on camera to discuss her feelings and stuff like that. So she also expresses just how she's pretty much, nervous that everyone will pretty much judge her once she has her therapist on camera, and she just talks openly about her struggles with her mental illness. It pans over to Macy, and Macy finds out that Ryan has been arrested once again. Now, her and Taylor, they pretty much discuss how to tell Bentley about how his father is once again arrested. So she wants it to be like a one-on-one thing. She wants there to be no cameras when she tells Bentley that his father, Ryan, has been arrested again. Cheyenne discusses how she feels Taylor seems to be a little immature. Taylor is Corey's girlfriend, so they're off to this trip in Mexico, and they're posting pictures, and Cheyenne pretty much just says she just thinks that is extremely immature, that they're posting explicit photos of themselves and everything like that all over their social media accounts. She also discusses how she feels like Corey is pretty much non-existent in regards to Ryder and things of that nature, and Corey got a lot of hate for going public with Taylor with his relationship. A lot of people were just kind of like, why aren't you with the mother of your child and stuff like that. So now it pins back over to Macy, and it's Mackenzie, who is Ryan's wife, and she pretty much states that she didn't sign up to be a single mother, and she's extremely upset at the fact that Ryan keeps making the same mistakes. And the whole entire reason why Ryan was actually arrested again is because he did not pay a $30 bar tab. All right, so that is what Mackenzie was stating in this scene to her friend, expressing that's a violation of his probation, and that's why he was arrested again. And once again, she just expresses just how upset she is, because she just feels like she's just a single mother, and she's extremely angry about that because Ryan, in a sense, has abandoned her and their little baby boy. It pans back over to Catelynn, and Tyler meets with his dad, Butch. Butch explains that it's been rocky since he pretty much moved out of sober living, so he pretty much drops a bombshell that was pretty much shocking to everyone, and he pretty much stated that he's actually smoking marijuana for marijuana maintenance, and he states that it helps with his anxiety and his stress and things of that nature. Tyler expresses his concerns about that, and he expresses that that means that you're not sober, Dad, and that you're pretty much relapsing. All right. So it pans over to Amber, and Amber, it pans over to Gary, which is Amber's ex-boyfriend, baby father of Leah, and his wife pretty much asked if, Amber has always struggled with mental illness and things of that nature. And Gary pretty much explains that he doesn't really know because they were too young, when they got pregnant, when they got together. So he didn't really know. He wasn't really educated on, anything in regards to mental illness. And, his wife pretty much explains that she just does not want Leah to be affected by Amber's mental illness. It pans back over to Cheyenne, and Ryder actually had to be rushed to the hospital because she came down with the flu. Now, she has a condition called VLCAD, and she couldn't really figure out how to get Corey home in time so Corey can see Ryder. Now, in regards to her condition, whatever illness that she comes down with, it can be worsened due to VLCAD. Now, it states here that Corey actually had to rush home, and he actually had to cut his trip short with Taylor, which pretty much enraged and angered her at the fact that they had to cut their trip short. It pans back over to Macy, and it's Mackenzie and the producers, and along with Ryan's parents, and they're pretty much just asking the entire situation with Ryan and why he was arrested and stuff like that. So the producers pretty much ask what is the deal with, his drug charges? And Mackenzie gets super upset, super enraged, and she actually storms out of the room. Now his parents, on the other hand, pretty much politely explain what his drug charges were, and the fact that they are just afraid that they won't see Ryan for a long time. He can actually stay in jail for an extensive amount of time. Macy explains to her friend over lunch how she is just super angry that Ryan keeps making the same mistakes over and over. And she just pretty much explains that, Bentley keeps getting hurt and no child should have to actually go through anything like that. It pans back over to Catelynn and Tyler. They meet with Butch's girlfriend, and Tyler's sister is there as well. And she pretty much explains how she's upset at Butch because he is slowly starting to relapse and that he had gotten clean. And because of that, she actually looked up to him and she got clean herself. So the fact that he's actually relapsing, it just kind of makes her upset and makes her sad because she doesn't want to see her dad go right back down that path, It pans back over to Cheyenne, and she's pretty much talking to her mom about Ryder being hospitalized, and she expresses that she feels like Corey will never understand Ryder's illness because he's never there for her when she has these, illnesses and stuff like that. He's just pretty much never there, and she just expresses her frustration with that. Ryan took a plea and that he will actually serve 90 days right there at that facility until it's all over due to a violation of his probation. And he explains that Mackenzie and Ryan are actually at peace with that decision and they will continue to move forward. It pans back over to Catelynn, and Tyler and Kate discuss Butch's marijuana use. And for once in a long time, Tyler finally realizes hey, I'm just going to leave the sobriety part up to my dad. If my dad wants to get sober, then great. And if he doesn't, then that's on him. I will leave him accountable. But regardless of the fact, I will always still love my father. And I thought that was great that he was finally coming to that realization. It pans back over to Amber, and she pretty much, she's still in the session with her therapist, and she explains that any little thing can set her off, and, her spouse is normally left in the dark in regards to what is just going on through her head, and she explains that she feels like a bad person sometimes because of her mental illness and that she just really wants to feel happy. So pretty much that is the recap of really what happened during season 8, episode 2 of Teen Mom OG, and I am just taken back at the fact that, everyone seems to have matured except Ryan and Corey. Ryan and Corey, they're still in that same immature mindset, but I'm extremely happy that Macy is pretty much guarding Bentley in regards to his father and, his father's mistakes. And I hope Amber gets well with her mental illness. I know that's something that she is constantly battling over and over again. And in regards to Cheyenne, I really think her and Corey need to have a mature conversation because I just don't feel like Corey is on the same page as her in regards to his concerns, for Ryder. In regards to Tyler and Kate, I'm super excited that they got back together after that 30-day separation, and I'm glad that they are there for Butch and that Tyler is finally just leaving Butch to be accountable for Butch. All he can do is love Butch, but pretty much he just has to leave him accountable for, pretty much his actions. So what do you all think about this recap? Be sure to let me know in the comments below. If you are not subscribed, you can go ahead and subscribe and tap that bell to get notifications on whatever I upload. Thank you all for tuning in. Once again, it's Yasmin Woodland, and until next time, see ya.